Alright, we back.
Yes, hope y'all didn't miss us.
Kind of slizzed up in this bitch real quick.
Yeah, buddy, feeling pretty nice myself.
Yeah, I'm real ready. Alright, so
Give me
here we
the
go.
green light on this thing.
Courtesy of KSISeats.com. This day in wrestling history, June 1st. The biggest news since it's
July
not ECW
1st.
related, we got Ric Flair leaving WCW.
Food, you mean July 1st?
Oh shit, I said June?
Yeah.
Oh shit, July 1st. Take two. Courtesy of KSISeats.com, this day in wrestling history, July 1st. Ric Flair leaves WCW for WWE. Wood, do you know the history behind Ric Flair leaving? I'm gonna check your Smark knowledge real quick.
Well, I know bits and pieces of it.
I'll fill in the gap. Go ahead.
All right. So if I'm not mistaken, they wanted Flair to drop the title.
Right.
Flair was like, "Cool. Let me get my deposit back on this belt."
Okay.
Somehow it started getting funny with the money. Flair leaves WCW with the belt. Pops on WWE with the big gold belt. You know what I'm saying? They let it show a week or two, then they started blurring it out. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, he was calling himself the real world's champion.
That's right.
And yeah, I could keep going on. It's funny because I just watched the match he had with Macho Man at WrestleMania 8.
Okay.
A couple days ago.
Good match.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, that's the gist of it without getting long-winded about it.
All right, I'm gonna fill in some gaps for you. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Check your Smark knowledge, bring you up to speed.
Come on,
somebody. So, Turner buys.
Jim Crockett.
Yeah, he buys Jim Crockett out. Mm-hmm. Okay, because Jim loses money because they're spending way too fucking much money. And he had purchased UWF, he had purchased Florida, and he had purchased Georgia without just, letting it die and then just picking up the talent. Because that's what Vince would did. Vince just was like, all right, I'm not going to buy anything. I'll just let the company die and just purchase, and bring the guys over, So,
Makes sense.
yeah, Jim fucking overspends and the books are just they're not right. So Ted buys him out. Ted buys him out because of Flair only. Because he was the only guy he knew. He didn't know anybody else but Flair. Okay?
Okay.
So check this out. So this fucking... okay. So he only buys it on the strength of Flair. So Flair is the man. Okay? However, Turner doesn't know how to run a company. But he knows a guy who knows a guy. All right.
Okay.
So that's how Hurd comes in.
Oh, okay.
So Jim Hurd comes in because he
heard about Hurd.
Right. He was the program manager for the St. Louis channel that showed the wrestling show. Mm-hmm. Okay. And him and Flair actually got along at first.
Okay.
Because Jim didn't know how to book. Okay. Because at the time when Ted bought the company, he wanted Flair, but Dusty was booking. Dusty got mad, and Dusty fucking gigged on live TV. That's how he ends up getting fired. Goes up north to do the polka dot run.
And by gig, you mean blatant?
Yes.
That was a no-no?
No, you can't. No, you can't gig on live TV.
Oh, shit.
Not on TBS. This wasn't pay-per-view.
Oh, gotcha.
It was on live TV. No blood policy on TBS.
Oh, shoot.
So anyway, so Dusty's out. So Hurd needs a booker. Hurd gives it to Flair and Jim Ross.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so now you go into 1989, and you have the trilogy with Flair. You got the Flair Steamboat trilogy, and and then you have the Flair Funk over the summer and into the fall.
Flair who?
Flair Terry Funk.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, the famous I Quit match. Called by Gordon Soley. Not to be confused with Jay Sullivan.
Yeah. Please tell me Flair won.
Yeah.
Oh, whew. Cool. Yeah, see, Funk is a loser. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so they book the shitty Starrcade '89 Iron Man Future Shock tournament, and everything after that falls apart because Sting was supposed to get the title in January or February.
Okay.
Sting tears his knee out.
Ooh.
So Luger gets replaced, and but Hurd likes Luger. He's like, well, fuck, we can go with Sting because Sting is Flair's boy. Mm-hmm. Sting made Flair at the first Clash. Okay, so Flair is, so Sting is in Flair's pocket as far as you're in my clique. You know what I'm saying? I'll job to you, you job to me, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Luger, on the other hand, was an outsider. Okay. He was cool with Sting and everything like that. However, he was a guy who had an agent. Okay. So he had outside help to help on contracts. So Luger had this great contract.
Oh, shit.
All right, where everybody else was getting draws. Okay? Uh-huh. So Hurd wants to put the belt on Luger in the interim and just do away with Flair because Flair is he's 40, he's over the hill. You got the business has gone cosmetic. Okay, so Luger represents that cosmetic look. So and Sting does too, but Sting's knee's torn. Yeah. So we go with Luger. Flair doesn't want to drop the belt to Luger. Oh. Okay, because I promised the belt to Sting. And if Luger gets the belt, and this is my personal speculation on the whole situation, if Luger gets the belt, Flair's out. Because now it just becomes Luger Sting, Luger Sting, Luger Sting, Luger Sting, Luger Vicious, Luger Wyndham, okay? And you go there, and Flair's just out of the whole lineup because at this point, I don't need you anymore, Flair. I'm going in the direction. Yeah. So Flair's holding on to that belt. Yeah, to pass it to Sting because he knows Sting. He'll trust Sting to pass it back to him. You know what I'm saying? If I need one more run, if I need some leverage, I can get Sting to drop it back to me because we're cool. Luger, not so much. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so he doesn't promise the belt. He doesn't drop the belt to Luger. Herd's like, bitch, I need you to drop the belt. So, all right, fine. Who will you drop the belt to since you won't drop the belt, since you can't drop it to Sting? Well, he's like, well, I'll drop it to Wyndham. You know what I'm saying? But I need you to drop it on pay-per-view. Flair's like, fuck that. I'm not dropping it on pay-per-view because as soon as Flair drops the belt, he's out the door. He's going to New York. All right? So your last, in the territory days, you don't want to be seen on TV doing jobs because now you're seen as a loser. Head up north, you're going to be as a loser. So he was like, I'll drop the belt to Wyndham on a house show. You know what I'm saying? On something non-televised. You know what I'm saying? So I can still keep my heat and keep my reputation as a top guy. Because like if Wyndham gets this belt, they're going in a new direction. You know what I'm saying? You do it on a pay-per-view. You got the confetti, the pyro, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The coronation deal. Yeah. You know the way that Vince does it. Oh, so well. Oh,
I love the coronation.
The coronations. You know what I mean?
Like when Brett was hoisted up by all the baby faces.
That wasn't even a great coronation. like honestly, like Shawn Michaels was a coronation.
What,
you know what I'm saying?
Boyhood dream.
Yeah, Warrior was a coronation.
Yeah, that was.
Macho was a coronation. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Hogan retaining against Andre was a coronation of sorts. You know what I'm saying? Brett was a coronation. Brett wasn't my guy.
He wasn't mine either, but I don't know. I remember seeing that, and that was just real cool to me.
It was cool. You know what I'm saying? But it felt fabricated. You know what I'm saying? It was like, this is the guy we got to go with because we ain't got nobody else. Anyway. So, Flair doesn't want to drop the belt to Wyndham on TV. So he's like, Hurt's like, well, fuck, bitch. Come, I'm sending Dad to get the belt. Dad doing it. The fat fucking security guard that was always on Nitro not doing a fuck when people were running in and throwing garbage and shit. That motherfucker. Hey, Dad. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
All right. So Flair goes, well, shit, you better bring me my $25,000.
Okay.
That's the deposit. And he's talking about 25 with interest because Flair in the 80s was the NWA champ so many times. He just was like, here, man, I'll just give you the 25 and just hold it, cause we have a relationship. Jim Crockett and I have a relationship. The NWA and I have a relationship. We're making money in every territory, so it doesn't make sense for me to just keep giving you 25, give me 25 back. I give you 25, you give me 25 back. I'm going to have the belt. So just here, hold the 25. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'll just have the belt. We trade it back and forth as you please. Mm-hmm. But I'm the guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm not the guy no more, and this is a situation where you're telling me I'm not the guy, mm-hmm. bring me my money.
Seems reasonable.
Right, it seems very reasonable. Doug, Hurt ain't trying to bring the money. Doug is a Flair guy, so he's like, I'm not trying to do this, Rick. It's my job, but we cool. You know what I'm saying? That shiesty, fence straddling ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody got one of them niggas they know. Wherever the wind take them, they'll be with this nigga and they'll be with this nigga. You don't play that nigga that close, but whatever. Anyway, so he like, bring my money. Hurt like, what money? Basically.
Oh shit!
So he like, Flair calls Vince like, "Yo, I'm coming, and I'm bringing the belt."
Ta-da! Oh man, that was dope. Too.
That's the story.
It's funny how that sort of backstage politics stuff makes its way onto the TV.
You see how that shit play out? Like I can't even look at a flip and a kick no more. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit that I just spoke on, that's what I want to know.
Oh man, even because I was full on Mark back then, so I knew who Ric Flair was. I knew that was the NWA belt. But other than that, what I'm saying, I'm just like, oh shoot, he's on WWF with it. That's pretty cool. And he's talking.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
I didn't know when I was watching him as a Mark. I was like, I didn't know who this guy was, but I was like, yo, this is cool. Yeah, that belt is awesome.
Yeah,
I want that fucking belt.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 2017. I still do not have that belt.
My eye on is the Winged Eagle.
Yeah, Winged Eagle that's probably my favorite belt. That and probably Broken Skull was dope.
Yeah, it was alright. I didn't like the customized belt deal.
I like the classic IC.
Yeah, for sure.
Classic IC
with the black strap.
I like the NWO. I like the old school WCW US title.
Yeah, I used to love that belt too.
I like that belt.
Heck yeah.
Belt. As far as modern belts are concerned, though, I probably like the Ring of Honor belt right now. That's cool. It's cool design. Actually, I ain't even gonna front. I like Jeff Hardy's customized TNA belt.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when he went heel, it kind of looked like Diva's belt, but it was like all emo and shit for him. I was like, yo, that's dope. I like that.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it and have it in a trophy case or nothing like that because I'm not a nerd. Well, that's not my type of nerd.
Right. Well, to say we have a Marvel Comics trivia game in front of us, so little nerd.
Well, I guess we're gonna segue into that shit. So we're gonna take another break, and then we'll come back and we're gonna try to stump each other in some comic book trivia. Peace.